On the beach. Yes.
You see a lot of people flying kites along the ocean. So
actually, I made friends too because like others wanted to come and fly my kite. Have kite, we'll share.
Yeah.
So so it's funny because you get it up there. I'm kind of really good at it. I might.
That's good.
Yeah, I know. A little fun fact about me. A little secret I can pull out of my pocket there.
That is now. See, that's impressive to me because I would say people may not understand, but I think kite flying is an art.
Well,
and because you got to constantly.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that.
I mean,
yeah,
there's math involved.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah.
There is math involved.
Yeah,
you don't realize it, but there is math involved.
So I can, get a nice little kite up there, and then everybody wants to come and fly and have, I'm just like very picky.
So when you're trying to get the flight or the kite to fly, and you're going, is the Chariots of Fire theme in the background as you're trying to?
Well, you know it, brother. There's always a theme. There's always a theme.
Yes.
Always a theme. Absolutely.
Yes.
This is also.
Now that is a good. That's good. Now that's a good.
I don't know that all these years you knew that about me.
No, I did not.
Oh my gosh!
See,
one of my little superpowers. I don't bring it out too often.
And that's
when needed.
That's a good one.
Thank you.
You'll always stay young if you know how to fly a kite.
I love that. Just like we were talking, I tell the girls, and this is I did not make this up, but I heard this. People that take carts back, don't go to jail. So now, there is not a cart one that does not go back because I want to make sure we don't go to jail. You know what I mean? Right? Yes. Is that not true?
That is true. That's true? Very true.
Yeah, we need T-shirts that say that.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah. So please take your cart back. You know, it's just a few more steps. You got it. You can do this. Take that cart back. Take that cart back. Yeah.
Everything's good at the OK Cart Corral.
Yeah.
We need those shirts. That'd be good.
And then the back says, people don't go to jail. Okay, I don't know. I heard that.
I like that.
I
like
do
that.
too. I know. I think T-shirts, definitely.
Yeah.
All right, this is Justice for Janitors Day. I love that. And there ought to be. These
every day,
guys
a lot of times.
what they do. And to hear their little stories of not little, but stories.
In addition to the work, and it's hard work.
Oh, beyond.
But especially, we really got to, not that we kind of took them for granted, but you kind of forgot about, first of all, they make it look so easy.
No.
You walk in, everything's clean. You don't even think about it, right?
I know.
But then during the pandemic, we got to talking about it. But they're also like, they're also these unsung heroes and unsung mentors.
I know.
There's
and just the products they use, and and the good clean smells, and just the shining floors. Yeah. Well, look at Walmart. Your floor, I can fix my hair. I can really, it's so shiny. I can actually, I don't know how good I could put my lipstick on, because it's a little bit harder.
Yeah.
But I can fix hair, and it's so shiny.
Yeah.
I might be able to see my makeup.
I think that would be awesome to get you on the drive around floor scrubber.
I definitely.
That would be.
I would be so
awesome.
amazed. It's almost like a Cat in the Hat, Wizard of Oz, or not Wizard of Oz, Cat in the Hat. Like thing. It comes out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we have to work on that.
I love that. All right, so this is Justice for Janitors. Yes, I agree.
Should be every day.
Absolutely. National Electricity Day. Yeah,
Thank
electricity.
You.
Thank goodness. Yes. Boy, and that is one thing that we take for granted. Is that not true? We are so blessed.
Until you have
I know.
Okay, so until the power's out for 5 minutes, we don't realize, wait a minute, I have all this stuff. Electric drives all of this stuff.
I know.
That keeps my house cool or warm.
Yeah.
My refrigerator cold.
Yeah.
Freezer cold.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. So National Electricity Day. National Kiss a Wookiee Day. We did that.
Yep.
Check that off the box. Oh, National Lobster Day. Oh, Riley, I could go for a big lobster.
No, I'll pass.
Oh, I'll eat yours then.
You can have mine.
Can I have yours? All right. Yeah. Yum. Butter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll do scallops.
Okay. You can have mine.
But you can have.
We'll switch, okay?
Yeah, absolutely.
National Megalodon Day.
That's a dinosaur.
No, that is a big shark. Remember the Megalodon?
Oh, that's right.
Right? Am I saying it right? Megalodon?
Megalodon, yeah, that's a shark.
Big shark.
Yeah.
It's like this big thing that lives.
I'm thinking of a tetragon.
Look at you.
Sorry.
Jurassic World over here. Did you go see it?
No, I want to though.
All right.
My life has been so busy. It's like I need to.
I know.
And once the pool's open, I did have someone say, "Oh, we were going to invite you, but we know that
Utah?
Brad, no.
You're not going to leave your pool.
Yeah, Brad's on the deck by the pool. So have a nice day.
National Smile Power Day.
Oh, that's
Love
true.
Love
that is true.
National Native American Citizenship Day.
Okay.
Love that. National Photography Day.
Fun fact for you.
Oh, yeah.
My great grandmother was 3/4 Cherokee.
Love that.
Yeah.
Love that. Love that. No, that's a fun fact for sure. World Elder Abuse Awareness Day.
Sad.
But here we go. Worldwide Day of Giving.
Should be every day, but
every
we'll
day.
And that's the thing that when people talk about giving and doing things for other people, you can do big things, but every day, my mom, she always said that the everyday small kindnesses add up to all the big things done in the world.
I agree. And it can be simple. Simplicity. Just little things can just really make a difference.
Yes. Especially if it's like you're just out of the blue, have somebody do just some small kindness for you.
I agree. Absolutely. 100%. 110%. I agree.
Just do it.
Yeah, just do it. Okay, another thing too, with this heat, and I don't mean to put you on the spot, but do we have any fans over there?
We've got fans. We've got air conditioner in
we have air conditioning.
window
So
air
happy.
conditioning
Good,
units.
good.
They're all on rollback.
Okay.
So
love that.
Yes,
love that. I
yes.
just don't want anybody. I mean, I talked to a lady the other day. Actually last night, she was putting a window air conditioning in, and she didn't have one or something, or gone bad or whatever. Said it was like 89 degrees in her house. It just goes up so fast.
Yeah,
heat.
It
So
does.
I'm glad to hear that.
So that's a good reminder that check on your friends, family,
You
neighbors,
do.
everything.
You do. It's just,
especially anybody that's got health issues.
Yeah. And your pets, make sure your pets are okay, because it's just so hot out there. So,
Make sure Brutus the Terrible rolls in for a few minutes.
Oh, I'm surprised Brutus is not laying out on that pool.
Not fond of the water.
No.
But he does love underneath the deck.
Too close to
by the
bath.
pool.
Too close
Underneath
to
the deck by the pool is his pool spot.
Well,
He's up there hiding. So.
And
But I don't think there's a cool spot now. And a week from today, in the extended forecast, 100 degrees.
Yeah.
We could hit 100 degrees. So.
Yeah. I actually got my legs, a lot of times they'll burn a little bit, but then they tan. But I've had so many peelings. I'm like, oh my gosh, how many layers of peelings can you have, right? That's kind of gross, but it's true. I mean, and that sun will get you, he'll zap you. But I have got some really good sunscreen. Sunscreen and.
You know how I feel about my pool and the sun and everything, but sunscreen. I use sunscreen.
I know. And to be out as much as you are, you're not burned or anything. You've got a little, you've got some where you tan. But like a hat, I mean.
I wear a hat around the pool, in the pool.
Yeah.
I've got the hats that are made to be, in the water and everything. So absolutely, hat, sunglasses, but sunscreen is the best thing.
Yeah.
Like I said, you can still get a tan, but.
Make sure you put that on. So slip, slop, and slap.
Yeah,
remember the
nothing
American
wrong with
Cancer
that.
Society. And drinking plenty of water too.
Plenty of water.
Hydrated, and that's something that a lot of times you forget to do. So anyway, good. Those are just, we're not nagging. We're not. No. We're just trying to remind.
Yes.
Just good little reminders there. So
we're just looking out.
And I know this is not anything but in the news, Kim Kardashian's getting a lot of heat because she wore the dress of Marilyn Monroe, and they say she damaged it. So. So I'm not.
How did she damage it?
The zipper in the back. Okay, I didn't realize this. So when she wore it, if you notice in the photo, she's got like a wrap around her. She couldn't get that back in to zip, and so she had an open there, and that's why she wore the cover around the back end. And then they said that some of the beads were damaged, and then the zipper some frayed and pulled a little bit. But a lot of people are not real happy about that. But then again, also you have to take it in. And I'm only reporting the news. I'm not saying one way or the other. Right. You have to take it in. They, she might have asked. I don't know how it came about, but they could have said no. They did let her use it. You know what I'm saying? Yes. And when you let someone use something like that, you do have to take that into account.
Absolutely, I agree with that 100%.
You know what I mean? So you can't blame her. I mean, she's getting a lot of backlash on that, but they also allowed that to happen.
Yeah, and that's a good point. And like you said, it's just reporting what's going on out there.
Yeah.
And you're right. Someone had to have the person that had possession, or people that had possession of that dress, had to have given her that dress.
Yeah.
So
and so
you've got there's certain risks and liabilities you got to think about. So
and then another thing too, I just thought I thought it was really interesting because it is kind of a you're kind of in hot news story there. That like a lot of say that she doesn't. I mean, Kim Kardashian's beautiful, no matter what you want to say.
Yeah.
So, but that dress color, the tone of that dress was actually made for Marilyn.
Yes.
So it's a lighter tone, and it kind of back then was supposed to be more scandalous, look like she wasn't wearing as much, or like she wasn't wearing.
Right.
Well, Kim Kardashian's skin tone is a little different, and it doesn't look as well. Like if you look at the two, I mean, no one wore it like Marilyn.
No.
I mean, and I'm not saying Kim Kardashian's gorgeous and going to look beautiful in anything.
Yes.
But nobody wore that dress like Marilyn.
No.
And it was because of her skin tone and just
her skin tone, but also too, and maybe people can disagree with me on this, but I think there was something about Marilyn's attitude and the way she carried herself that made things, and she knew what to do to make that dress. They knew that it was going to be thought of a little more risque.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And that's what they did.
Plays up
that's exactly
stuff
what they
like
did.
That. She did play up
They
stuff
made
that,
it the same tone of her skin
so
that it would look a little scandalous. Especially back then, it was a little more scandalous dress.
So
and they said you can't buy that material's not you can't buy anymore.
Right.
So that was kind of it was just made for her. So that's where people say it should never have been brought out.
Yeah.
But you have two different.
But there's things though that that we honor as part of our history, but let somebody wear it. I mean, I was okay with her wearing it.
I didn't have any, and it kind of, I guess, I don't know. You kind of see both sides, and what I mean. And you and I don't have a dog in the fight.
Yeah.
No one called us. No one asked us. Well, I'm sure they tried.
They did. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, it was.
But so
I was in a meeting.
I was too. We were in meetings. Yeah, we were busy.
Meeting covering a story.
We were kind of on the radio that morning. We were kind of doing coffee club here.
Yeah.
But anyway, I think too that with that, like also, just like remember when we interviewed the guy that has like all these collectibles, like when you collect stuff, like sometimes you have like collectibles that like you put up on the shelf and you have, and I'm going pros and cons of both. Okay, so you take like a Star Wars toy and let's say you put it up in the box in mint condition, perfect. Okay, or are you that person that takes that Star Wars toy and plays with it? You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like the child,
yes.
You know what I mean? It's like,
and it's okay either way.
Yeah, I know, and I kind of in the fact, okay, like let's say you're good china. Okay, I heard someone say this, a lot of times like, and I was real big on this. Oh, I don't want to use my good china. Don't use your good china.
Use your good
china. I mean that it was bought to be used.
That's what your great grandma wanted to. Yeah, they use their china way more than now. That's like, it's an heirloom.
Yeah, so like a lot of times we have stuff that like we put up and like we don't let it touch. Whenever let it touch, you know what I mean, and then so break it out, bring it out, you know what I mean, and let it stay out or use it at least or put it up or once maybe at least twice a year or so, just use it, And
I'm all in on that.
So you see that so you kind of got a dress that is absolutely iconic and beautiful. And so then, to bring attention to it and to bring, more, maybe for those that didn't know much about Marilyn Monroe, I'm sure there's a lot more Googling Marilyn Monroe and kind of brought attention to her and, and showed how beautiful she was.
And you kind of think about something. Marilyn Monroe probably would have said, let her wear the dress.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, she probably would.
Yeah.
You know?
Especially knowing how good she looked in it.
She'd be like, no comment.
Who wore it best?
Who wore it best. But
Brad and I do that every morning.
Yeah.
Every morning. Who wore it best?
Yeah, I mean, it's not an accident I look this good today.
I know.
So
we fluff up. We count our feathers for such an occasion.
But I mean, but you're right. You could be on either side, and neither of us. We don't have a dog in this fight, but at the same time, it's just like you can see it both sides. Yeah. But in the overall scope of things, I mean, regardless of which side of the issue you're on, it says a lot about the people that are just vehemently being vicious to a stranger over something that
and I don't want to do that. No.
I mean, it matters because it's fun, interesting, and we we need more physical ties to history.
Yeah. Oh, do we
so
ever?
that was
yeah.
a physical tie to
yeah.
history, and then you can make your comparisons, whatever. But
yeah.
Um,
and probably those that knew nothing about Marilyn Monroe probably have Googled her and learned more about her now with all the talk and all the conversation than ever before.
And I really think that there's people out there that would have a problem with it for no more reason of they're not a fan of the Kardashians.
Yeah, I think that's true too. Yeah. Well, there's, no, but there's, I'm fan or no fan, whatever you are, there's no denying that she is absolutely gorgeous.
Oh, beautiful.
So there's no, denying that. So.
Yes.
But anyway, I just thought that was interesting because that's really been a lot in the news. So, all right, something else, Bradley. Now we're going to get kind of more personal here because these are 7 foods that you can safely eat, which we're going to put a disclaimer. Bradley and I, this is not Bradley and I. This is actually, I'm reading this. If you eat, hang on. Are 7 foods that can safely eat after their best by date.
Okay.
I am a huge, this is a little fun fact about Becky. I'm a huge advocate of looking at dates. Do you look
Yes, I look at dates.
Yes.
But
Gloria Gordon, our home ec teacher, really stressed, look at the dates. Yeah, when you pick something out.
And the disclaimer is, especially now with so many preservatives and the way things are, even though there's a date on it, that does not mean, that's not like an alarm clock.
Exactly.
That does not mean that as soon as that date hits, throw it away. That's not what that means.
No.
Best by means that's where you're going to get the peak, and then it's going to go down from there, right? So
it's like your teenage years.
But milk is Best Buy. But milk is meant to, first of all, not be drank other than used for cereal, but I digress. But you definitely don't want to go past the Best Buy.
I wish everybody could see your face when you said that. That was
okay.
All right.
So this is not us.
Well, number 1 is milk. If it passes the sniff test, it's probably okay. How many times? I mean, I do that all the time. Smell it, right?
What annoys me is when I have someone go, taste this. Does this taste funny?
No, I'm totally great. Can you taste this? Is that not?
Hasn't our producer suffered enough?
Isn't that horrible? Greg, can you taste this?
Mr. White is he's such a trooper.
He's such a team player. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah, I know. It's so bad. Yeah, I know.
I know someone that does this taste funny to you? Well, first of all, yes, it's milk.
Milk is usually fine to drink up to a week after the date on the carton. Little fun fact.
There you go.
But it's funny if you look at the almond milk or like the oatmeal milk or soy milk, their dates are a lot longer. It's crazy how long. I mean, like one of them is
because there's no dairy in it.
Is that what it is? I mean, it's like insane
there's a lot of oils and things like that, and those last a little longer.
Okay. It's just crazy how long some of them. It's like what?
Yes, it is. But because that's what it's like. Almond milk is made from, they compress the oil out of the almond.
I was going to say, how do they squeeze
the
it?
The white is
Come
the
on,
fake
how do you squeeze the Charmin? How do you squeeze an almond?
I don't know what that process is, but it gets the oil out of
Well, that's where we got to.
No almonds were harmed in this process.
We have to find out. Okay. Okay, now hang on. And could you eat the nuts afterwards? I mean,
we need to
why not? Okay, is there a bag somewhere that you could eat? Like after I've been squeezed, is there a bag?
The shrapnel could be on ice cream.
You could tell I'm a mother of 6. Nothing gets wasted,
no,
okay?
Yes.
No, I promise. Yes. There's got to be some nuts. If they've already squeezed them and got the oils out, then where's those nuts?
They got to be chopped up for Sundays, ice cream Sundays. I'm in.
We got it. Now we are going to research this because I'm going to find out.
With and cakes and cupcakes and stuff. You're right.
Well,
you're absolutely right.
Now,
We need to find this out. So that's the homework.
No,
that's homework before next week.
No nut left behind, okay? Come on.
So family get together or the almond milk thing?
That's a whole other. That's Coffee Club After Dark. Yeah. Okay.
Totally. Tune in tonight at 10:30.
No. Okay. All right. So I do want to find out more on that because there's got to be you can't waste. You know what I mean?
Also think about the expiration of milk is so much longer than it used to because of
the can I say that?
Yeah, the stuff. Yeah, the stuff in there. But also, it's now moved. It's
Moved.
transported in refrigerated vehicles. And 20 years ago, there was limited amount of actual refrigerated vehicles to the extent now that you get smaller things. So yeah, just
that's a little fun fact at the table. That makes sense. Did not realize that. Yes, it's true though. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Eggs. You can almost ignore the date. Ooh, I don't want to say that. We're gonna walk lightly on that because they're good weeks longer than that. If you're worried, try the float test. Ooh, here we go. Okay, the float test. Did you know about this, Bradley?
Yes.
Okay, hang on. Okay. It's an egg. If an egg floats in water, throw it away.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. You want the egg to sink.
Okay.
So if you're going to make hard-boiled eggs and you're not sure about your eggs and you fill the pan with water and then put the eggs in there, the ones that float, get rid of them. The others, you're fine.
All right. And I'm amazed at, and I'm not knocking anybody, but people that have chickens that get real eggs, they leave those out for a long time.
You can leave them unrefrigerated, but once you refrigerate them, you can't set them out and let them go to room temperature.
Okay. So you can't have it both ways, one way or the other.
Once you refrigerate an egg that's been laid at home, then you have to keep it in the refrigerator.
Okay, and then I also...
my grandma used to say, though, that she wouldn't keep eggs out on the counter longer than 3 days. But everybody ate eggs so much then, you just,
Yeah, but you also want to be careful with eggs, right?
Yes.
This is what I tell my girls.
When
in doubt, throw it out.
Do not wash an egg and then leave it on the counter.
Oh.
If you're going to leave an egg out, don't wash it. Just leave it straight out of the coop.
Okay. Well, when in doubt, throw it out.
Because washing that does something.
Yeah. I get nervous because I get on some of that stuff, But I do. Do you check your carton every time you buy a carton of eggs? Do you check to make sure the eggs are okay? I do. Yes. That was my mom trick. I always look to see.
And don't just set it aside. Whatever store you're at, let an associate know, because there's ways that they can condense those down and save some of those. And a lot of places can donate that to food banks and stuff like that. Yeah. So please don't just set it off to the side or just let somebody know. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Good. Well, and because things happen.
Yes.
And just make it and that's exactly right. All right, we'll see pasta. Hang on, pasta. It's still perfectly safe to eat after 2 years after the date. Like if you have like if you buy pasta in a carton or whatever. Yeah. You don't know that. Okay. So pasta keeps for a long time. Cheese, hard cheese like cheddar, lasts a long time even if there's mold. Oh, you can cut it off. I don't know. Hang on. It's all a little fun fact on it. Soft cheeses like brie are different though. Those dates do matter. Okay, I'm gonna put a little out there because I know they say that if you have bread and you find any mold, throw it away. Do not tolerate any of that because even though the other piece might not look molded, do not. I don't know. Mold's something I'm really kind of whatever about.
Well, just because it's so microscopic that even if you see it growing here, it may be over here, but you just don't see it.
Right, it's not showing.
It hasn't grown as much, but it's still there. Present.
Yeah. So I don't know. On cheeses too, I think I don't know that I would. Yeah, I don't like cheese. I'm with you on that. But I'm going to say the cheese doesn't last long enough at my house.
Doesn't amount.
So I don't have. That's not even. I don't even think I've seen that.
Yeah.
Don't even know if I would even know if that happens.
So cheese grows moldy. Wait, what?
Who would ever let that happen? You know what I mean? Yeah. Not at my house. Okay. Dry ingredients like flour, sugar, salt, pepper, and baking soda, they last a really long time as long as they don't get wet.
I've heard that before.
Yeah. Baking soda. It's used for so many things, right? I mean, for bee stings, for
and I'm glad you mentioned that because I did not know that until
Bradley.
I did not know that until a couple of weeks ago.
We talked about it in middle school. You forgot.
Well, that's a good possibility. Because there was high school and college in between.
Don't you remember in middle school that conversation we had? Remember?
I think I do now.
Remember when I brought the baking soda and said, "Here, put this on."
The story of bees. I remember now.
When I was teaching you about the birds and the bees.
But it's a great. Yeah.
That's funny stuff.
Okay,
I'm sorry. Okay.
I didn't want to snort again. I've already snorted once today. Yeah. So in my head is I see trees of green. What a wonderful world is being sung right now. The original version.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. So, but you can make natural cleaners out of baking soda.
Make what?
Natural cleaner.
Oh yeah. Oh, just
put baking soda, water, and a hint of vinegar.
Ooh.
You're good. Baking soda. A lot of people.
Yeah.
I know someone right now that uses it to whiten their teeth.
Yeah. So. Yeah. Oh, there's a lot of a lot of good things. Okay, so and they keep for a long time. Just don't get them wet. Mm-hmm. Bagged salad. As long as it still looks okay, it's probably fine.
Yeah. We have a lot of the salad kits in my house, and so
yeah, I do, and I love those. Yeah, those are so nice, and you guys have got really that's where I go and get my salads because the kit has so much, has everything, and matter of fact, actually, like when I have like my fam over, the fam will say, "Ooh, I love this salad. You know, you make really good salads," and it's like salad. I'm telling you. No, it doesn't.
Half homemade is the same as homemade.
Well, you told me that if you buy it and you put it together, you did make it.
Yeah, that's right. So you did the work. You did the work. Absolutely. No, I stand by that. Yeah. Absolutely. But also, on that side note, if you haven't tried it, I'm not advocating anything, but they have a new everything bagel salad kit. And so it has like everything bagel seasoning in ranch dressing. Oh. And then they've got the salad, but also they've got little sprinkles of everything bagel seasoning. But there's little mini bagel chips that you stir in, and that dressing covers it, and the sprinkles. Yes, try it. You've got to try it. Okay. But get two because poor Mr. White probably.
I know. Yeah.
So anyway.
All right. This is also canned food. A lot of canned stuff can last up to 2 years past its expiration date, especially soups and vegetables.
And especially if they haven't been dented or anything like that.
Yes.
Because sometimes dented things can break the seal. So.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, for sure. So those are good fun food for fun facts for sure. So, but I do think, in the good smell test and the good, taste a little bit to see, what exactly if it is going to be, so. All right, Bradley, what about sleep? How much sleep do you think you get a night?
About 6 hours.
Okay. A new study found
6 to 7. I'll say 6 to 7. Now, I did during the pandemic. We had talked about this. I can't remember this. As far back as middle school, but they were telling people to sleep, and just with a lot less going on, I was getting more sleep. But I'm down to a good average 6 to 7, and I feel good at that. Amount.
Yeah. Well, kids and teens sleep the most. Well, they're growing. Yeah, we know that. I was going to say, this is
1:30 in the afternoon. Has anyone moved yet? Is there life?
I know. No, I know. You could hear. Yeah, I know.
It's still early.
I know. Yeah. Nothing. I know. I know that.
Get up, walk out to the pool. Okay. And I'm going to nap by the pool. Okay. But teenagers, that's totally.
So kids and teens, but they are growing.
Yes.
So that's,
that takes a lot of effort.
It does, and their bodies are, doing their thing. Mm-hmm. You got to work with the bodies, right? Mm-hmm. Work with the body. Okay, then it drops off and bottoms out around 40. But there's some good news. They say I'll sleep when I'm dead is overkill. You just have to wait until you're retired. We start getting more sleep again around 60. They found 21-year-olds stay up the latest in general, and we don't start going to bed earlier until our party years are over. So I don't know. I don't know what that means. So I guess we start going. I guess you don't need as much, but then when you go back to 60, you will go back to the sleep again. So Brad, that's the reason why you're only needing 6 to 7 hours and feel good at that.
Okay.
Right?
But yes, I would say that. But I will. Jeannie is Jeannie still is up at 5:30 every morning.
I love that. Yeah.
Like if a good sign of something going on, and she's gonna kill me for saying this because anyway, she's like, y'all quit talking about me if you're gonna tell about how mean I am. So,
no, she's not. I'm her fan. I will not allow that. Yeah.
And she apple cake. That's all I'm gonna say. Anyway, so squirrel. So if she's not up by 7 o'clock, then it's a good sign that she's like a little under the weather.
Yeah. Well, and I'm an early riser too.
I'm telling myself that's kind of how I gauge that without like telling her I'm checking.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. Yeah. I can tell. Like, well, I'm an early riser, and then once you become an early riser,
you're like nonstop.
Well, and once you become that, then no matter what, like you can't sleep in. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like sometimes I really would like to, and I think, oh wow, you know what I mean? But you just can't do it.
Between 6:30 and 7. Normally, right around 6:30, I'm like that. That's become a habit, and so
your body kind of gets trained to that. Yeah, for sure.
Except for when I'm on vacation,
there you go. Can you do it then?
Yeah, I can do it.
Can you do the 1:30?
Oh no. About 8:30.
You missed 2 meals.
About
you realize
8:30. Yeah.
You missed 2 meals.
The 2 most important meals.
Yeah, I'm surprised a teenager can even do that. You know what I mean? You think about
makes up for it though.
Oh, soon as.
Yeah. Is that an extra large pizza out there with you? It was. Yeah. So now about 8:30 is the max for me.
Yeah.
Then I'm like, unless I don't feel well. Yeah. Like allergies or something.
Well,
but yeah, by 8:30 I'm just like, got to get going.
Yeah. True. I get that. All right. So if you they've been showing a lot of Batman movies lately. If you've watched TV.
Yep.
It would for a person to train to be Batman. Guess how many years approximately it would take to become to do all the training to become Batman?
30.
No, wow, 15 to 18.
Oh,
that's a lot less. You have to speed it. I mean, you're working.
I was thinking about me trying to beat Batman.
I'm just thinking, because see, I love Batman.
Oh yeah,
Batman's just, you know what I mean? Yeah, I'm just a Batman fan. So I think he was.
Who's your favorite Joker?
Ooh. We had that talk the other day. I don't know. I kind of. Who do you like? Wait. The Ledger is mine.
Heath Ledger.
Heath Ledger.
Yeah.
Probably because
every time, which The Dark Knight was on last night, oddly enough. But
you watched it too.
Yes,
I did
I
too.
can't. I'm like you. Every time they're on, I should have.
I know.
It's like every time they're on.
Yeah, I was watching that too.
I would have to say that for some reason Jack Nicholson is just because
I knew that. Yeah,
he had a different take on it.
Yeah,
but Heath Ledger take because the movie was so dark, and scary, and all of that. So he was very good. But Cesar Romero in the original Joker, But Mark Hamill, I mean, he did the voice of the Joker for many years in the cartoons.
That is true.
But I would kind of. Jack Nicholson just gets an edge just because the favorite line is, he puts the fake glasses on and says, "You wouldn't need a guy with glasses, would you?" And then he touches him. I mean, I just think that's
so bad. Yeah.
But just his take on that, and he had a little bit of a creepiness to him as the Joker, even.
Well, definitely,
Favorite Catwoman.
Ooh. Now I don't know names now. Hang on, I do like Halle Berry.
She was good.
She's just gorgeous. Just beautiful.
Yeah.
Who do you like?
I would probably have to say Michelle Pfeiffer.
Oh,
the Bat, the Cat.
Yeah.
Michelle
Who was
Pfeiffer.
The lady, the very first one?
Well, actually, a lot of people think it was Julie Newmar, but it was not. It was Lee Meriwether in the movie that's kicked off the 1966 Batman series.
She had a different. She had like a. What was I trying to say? Her voice was.
Well, you're talking about Eartha Kitt.
That's who I'm talking about.
She was the third Catwoman.
Have mercy.
Yeah.
That was.
Yeah. So. Most people think of Lee Meriwether. She was a former Miss America.
Yeah.
And then she was on Barnaby Jones, Redhead, but she was the original Catwoman as Miss Kit Kat.
Oh wow!
So and then for the series,
we should have had this on. We should have been like watching.
She had already committed to another show, so they got Julie Newmar for the TV series, And then
Wow.
she got health issues, and they got Eartha Kitt, the first African American Catwoman.
Mm-hmm.
And then,
beautiful.
but there's something about Michelle Pfeiffer that just,
Yeah. Okay, now we're gonna ask who's your favorite Batman. Have you seen the new Batman?
Yes.
Yes. It was really dark.
It's really dark.
Yes.
Yeah, but it's not bad. Lenny Kravitz's daughter is Catwoman in that. She was really good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she did.
Zoe.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I like her. I would probably have to say.
This is gonna be funny.
His name is escaping me, but it's from the Christopher Nolan ones. The Dark Knight.
Yeah.
What's his name? That was Batman in those. Dark-headed guy.
Well, you have
the actor.
Wait, hang on. I'm just completely. My names are just. I don't know where they're at in my head, but they're not coming forward. You have Christian Bale.
Christian Bale. That's who I was trying to think.
You have
Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton, and you have
Val
Kilmer. That was sad. He just really got a bad rap. A lot of people did not like him, and I'm a huge Val Kilmer fan. Okay, I really am a huge fan of his, but I don't think on Batman. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
You know what I mean? Because I don't know. I always see it's not the image that I would have as Batman necessarily. Yes. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then, we had what's the Clooney
George Clooney.
George Clooney. Yeah.
George Clooney. Yeah. No.
And then some of them they took their voice and I'm just thinking what they did to their vocal cords.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what I'm saying?
And Christian Bale did.
Yeah.
But he said he didn't lower his as much as he did more of a whisper.
Yeah.
So it wasn't as hard on his voice,
Actually, whispering harder on your vocal cords than.
Well, and that's what I always heard too.
It is true. When I had the throat surgery, they told me not to whisper because they said that whispering's worse on your vocal cords.
See, that's what I was saying.
I don't. Well,
Hollywood knows everything.
You know what? He was getting a big enough check. I can whisper. You want me to whisper? I'll whisper, baby.
But yeah, he's probably my favorite Batman just because of. I think he did a
Christian Bale was your favorite.
Christian Bale was my favorite because of, and then Michael Keaton would be my second favorite, just because I think both of them made Bruce Wayne believable.
Yeah.
That's where people don't make me a Batman fan of theirs because they don't make Bruce Wayne, and you're like,
could he be this billionaire?
Yeah.
I'm a huge Michael Keaton fan too.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm a fan of all of them, but I have to say Christian Bale probably. I'm thinking. George Clooney, I mean, I like him, but that's not, I didn't see him as Batman. Yeah. Now, with the new guy, I just went blank.
Robert Pattinson.
Yeah, Robert Pattinson. How did you feel like him?
He was pretty good.
Yeah, he was better than what I thought.
It was a lot better. Really, there was moments, though, that I felt like Vampire came out. And
I know.
And it's not a bad thing, But overall, that movie
it is a bat, right? Vampire bat.
Yes, that movie was not bad.
No.
Job.
I just thought it was to me. Okay, this is my opinion. I don't feel like for younger children it should be watched. I feel like that was too dark for you. Yes, and I felt, and what I was about is a lot of times as parents. You think, I'll take the kids to see Batman, right? I mean, a lot of times, and I don't think that was necessarily appropriate for children.
Right.
You know what I mean? Maybe, it was kind of a dark in areas that I felt was.
Yes. I don't think he did well as well as Bruce Wayne.
Right.
And then, what's his name's character, the Penguin character in this was just, it wasn't the Penguin to me, it was just violent to me.
Yeah.
But,
that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. And I thought that was a little bit,
Yeah.
I mean, I guess in the other movies you kind of assumed things, but this one was a little more.
And I think they were more easily detectable. Well, she was detectable as Catwoman, obviously, but I think the Riddler in this case and the Penguin wasn't just soon as you saw it go, that's the Riddler, that's the Penguin or whatever. So, and I think Batman originally was for kids to enjoy and teenagers and stuff like that. And so the comics, even as they got darker and stuff, is still. So I think we've kind of excluded now kids and preteens from Batman as they're coming now.
Yeah.
But,
I think you're right.
Anne Hathaway, though, back to Catwoman, she did a great job.
I just am a huge fan. She can just do.
Oh my God! When he gave her the she was going to do the bat cycle.
Yeah.
And the first time she saw it, and she just stood there and she just took one leg completely like up in the air, over, sat down, and she's like, I got it. And she had already started it and was ready to go. It's like, okay.
Yeah, that was pretty good. Pretty impressive.
So she did a good job.
Yeah, and Katie Holmes last night I wanted her so bad to be with him. You know what I'm saying? You want that.
Yeah.
You want that couple to be.
Yes. And,
you know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. So yeah, very, very good, very good. But I think that as far as movies and stuff, and of course, now have you seen Top Gun?
I have not.
Okay, Bradley. Okay, you've been in that pool. You are. Wait, hang on. We always talk about your fingers are pruned. You know, you've been in the water so long. Bradley's fingers are pruned.
Now,
or, you know how they get
somebody catch me about 9:45.
Yeah.
Because I'm off today.
That's what I always used to tell the kids. It's time to get out. You're all pruned up there. You know, your fingers are all.
I'm not getting out until I'm pruned.
That's right. Yeah, no leaving until you get pruned.
This Friday is for sure going to be Top Gun.
Okay. Yeah, so, you're going to love that. You're going to love that.
Yeah.
And I don't think I'm giving it away, or maybe I will be. Yeah, I don't want to. I'm one of those. Watch out! You do not want to be around me because I'm going to talk about it. You know, but that's come out. Also, coming out. There's some other movies that are coming out this summer. I just went blank. I had them all in my head.
The new Jurassic
World.
Yeah.
It's good. It's not my favorite, but it's you still have dinosaurs running around, so it's not bad.
Yeah.
I feel like they kind of just have dinosaurs running around, and that would be okay. You know, they build a story around it. You know, kind of like that. And we'll see. There's some other movies too that's coming. Oh, I know, Buzz Lightyear movie coming out.
I do want to see Buzz Lightyear.
I do too. I'm a Tim Allen fan, and Tim Allen's not the voice of Buzz Lightyear. So we were talking about last night. We think it's like, of course, we haven't seen it yet. We think it like is a different Buzz. You know how because like you'd have different buzzes.
I'm gonna go with that.
Yes. I think that's why. Yes. So if you think that, then you're okay.
Yes.
Don't go in and thinking you're going to get Tim Allen.
Yeah, because even the costume changed a little bit. What he wears. So it's not. It's like
to
almost,
infinity and beyond.
It's almost Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah.
It's Buzz Lightyear light.
Yeah. So
it's like the clone army. It's a Buzz Lightyear clone.
There you go. Yeah.
And the voice doesn't quite match.
No. No, it does not.
Yes.
So
I'm like you. I was just like,
I know. Well, and we're big Toy Story fans. You know, and you can't go wrong. I mean, if you really, this is funny stuff. I mean, a lot of times, like when you watch Toy Story, they throw in it's called like a shock laugh, or I think I might not be, it's something shock. Anyway, like if you watch Toy Story, there are so many zingers and zings and zings and stuff that, like, you could just, I mean, they hit you so many all at once, you can't hardly take it all in, and then you start thinking about them and like, oh my God, that was hilarious.
One of my favorites is when Mr. Potato Head puts the wrong accessories on.
Pack your angry eyes.
I just find that, like, it's just random humor.
When he takes his lips off and puts them back. Yeah. Loves Don Wrinkles. And that's, I mean, come on. That's just hilarious stuff. You know what I mean? These are just, and yeah, there's so many funny things. Now, were you a fan of Forky or not? Some people are really not. I was okay with Forky, but there's really a lot of Forky haters out there.
Yeah,
okay, you know what I mean? I'm okay with it. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't have a problem with them, but there's a lot of and you kind of go and kids do, make their own little little things like that. So, it's believable to me.
That's true.
It's believable to me. Also, Stranger Things season 4 is in Netflix right now, and I do want to remind you, don't forget, go over to Walmart, get your Stranger Things pizza.
Yes.
Everybody is loving that, and like have your own. You know what I mean?
Yes.
You have your own little, right?
Yes.
So
do that. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, this is kind of cool, and for us dog lovers, which we do love, the name Fido actually comes from a dog in Italy. He'd always go up to the bus stop to greet his owner when he'd come home from work. The guy died in World War II back in 1943, but Fido kept going to the bus stop for 14 years to wait for him. That's really sad. Very, very sad. Yeah, but that's cool to know Fido.
Yeah.
You know how like you, a lot of times I'll just use that, like, don't let Fido, just use that generic term Fido, And that's cool to know that. Little fun fact. Yeah. Yeah. All right, Bradley. Also, let's talk about all the great things for the pool and for the summer you got going on over at Walmart.
Oh, yes.
Got flowers still.
Flowers still.
For anybody getting ready for the 4th of July.
Yes.
Or we got Fair Week and for all those fair projects.
Week, yes, yes.
Oh, the fair project. I bet your craft department and your all of that is just like bang. I mean, I bet.
It's been going crazy,
booming.
but I do think Jessica and her team over there does a great job because, you know, one thing that they did is they worked with the 4-H to see like what kind of projects that were like going to be.
Did they really? That's awesome.
Some of the kids, because they turn in their projects, you know, early on, but they would make sure that they would have enough stuff and for certain things, but we always you would think that there's some members of our community that make clothes and quilts and stuff more during the winter time, but crafters and things like that make more during the summer because of like 4-H and different projects and things like that. So little trivia, I guess, about our community.
Like really up. I think people are doing, you know, I know like all my TikToks, I mean, everything you watch, everything you do, they're learning how to do things and making them themselves. And
because you got all these holidays that people are like, I can save money, I can do it myself and do some really cool stuff, you know?
Exactly.
So, but Jessica and her team does a great job of, you know, having stuff in. So.
Well, and it's a blessing to have that.
Yeah.
You know, because, you know, I was a 4-Her and a lot of times there would be things that you needed. And, you know, and a lot of times I was guilty of waiting till the last minute. You know,
right there with
Charlotte Martin said, we're never going to do this again. And then every year, there we are. You know what I mean?
Jeannie was the same way.
It'll never happen to us again. Yes, and then the next year, oh, it's not going to happen again. So you do that. And then you need something, you need the cavalry to come in at the last minute. So it's a blessing that we have this, you know. So
we've still got outdoor furniture. I mean, we've got all your cooler chemical needs. We've still grass seed, potting soil, fertilizers, bug sprays, all that stuff. All the citronella candles that you can think of just to enjoy. You know, and we talk about this all the time. If you're going to buy the stuff, use it. See, that's the reason that I use my pool, the deck, the back sitting area every day.
Yeah, just, absolutely. Every day.
You know, just use it. But we got so much for holidays. And Father's Day is coming up this weekend.
Do you know how many times I said Mother's Day before Mother's Day? And I have not even, I know, Father's Day, it's this Sunday. It's this Sunday. Yeah.
And this Friday, I'm going to say happy birthday early to Jeannie.
Oh,
her birthday is Friday.
Yay. Wow, you got a lot going on then.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
So
and you better do her wonderful.
Oh.
Yeah. There better be already.
Yeah.
I mean, there be,
I mean, what more can she want for her birthday? She's making me a cake.
Look at that. Listen to that.
Right there. No, but
you were a gift for her. So you were the gift that just kept giving. The gift just keeps giving.
The 10-pound, 12-ounce gift from heaven. So,
I would just be in pain every time I saw you. I don't even know. I would have to just set you aside for a moment.
Well, it's funny, though. You like see us standing next to each other and you think, bless her heart.
No, Bradley, I know.
I
know. It makes me tear up just thinking about that. Because, you know, I had all 6 of my natural. And it makes me tear up. It makes me hurt for Jeannie.
Yeah, she's like,
Bradley.
He was a tubby.
Bradley.
Well, one thing I can say is, instead of saying, she goes, he was the big baby, he was a tubby.
Oh my God, I love it. I'm gonna have to have her say that to me. I'm gonna set her up. I'm gonna say, tell me about Bradley, and then as a baby, oh, he was a tubby. I will love that. Yes, I gotta hear that.
But also this Sunday, I just want to, and first of all, Becky, I want to thank you we're in our CMN campaign. You do so much to partner with us, and the advertising that the free advertising that you give us is so valuable to us. I mean, we appreciate that a great deal, and your that's generosity right there that is amazing, and we do appreciate that, and I hope you understand that and your partnership with us. This Sunday, we're going to have a car show at Walmart for CMN Children's, and Riley is the hospital that we're affiliated with. We've got over $3,000 worth of prizes to give away this Sunday. So come out and enjoy it, and give you something to do on Father's Day. And then after the car show, head over to the fair parade.
Yes, it works out perfect.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah, and when you're out and you got every.
This weekend's gonna be a little cooler. It's gonna be only like 84 degrees.
Yeah, but that will take it.
So
we'll take it.
absolutely.
Yeah. So, and when you're out and you're like doing stuff and you're trying to find kind of things to do, that's perfect. That was really well played because you can go to the car show, see the cars, and kind of look them over and get to talk to people and let the kids see them, and the kids love that. And then head right on over to the parade.
Yes, and that's what. And I want to thank. There's going to be after the fact. We have a lot of sponsors that have helped us with this, and so I don't want to leave anybody out. So after we get everything finalized, but a lot of sponsors. But the thing is, it doesn't cut. They didn't charge the folks that are putting this together in memory of Greg Durbin, whose son was one of our associates also. So, but didn't charge them anything. It's free for anybody to bring their cars and do any of that. But we did think about that. It's just like what else is going on in the community. But how awesome to come over and get to hang out with people and on a family event, and you can bring the moms and the daughters and all the kiddos and everything like that. So it's just but on a family day to support the good work, because we've got a couple special guests. There's going to be a couple of Riley kids that from our community that are now adults. They're going to be there. So that's going to be a great thing. So
and there's so many. It's done so many great things. Riley Hospital and anybody we know that, and that's such a blessing. That's good. That's good.
And again, 100%.
Yes.
And the reason we're able to do that is because of sponsors like you that are helping us, just being a great partner in the free time that you give us, and you promote us so well. But also, we're asking now too. It's live at the registers. Just round up.
Yeah.
You don't have to make huge contributions, and we're gonna be raffling off some stuff. So be looking for that. Okay. We also have the euchre tournament, and so we're in. Yeah. And so also, but round up. Every penny helps, and that's just something that we definitely just take the time to round up. So it's good.
Yeah, and you're giving back, and I can't stress enough that 100% of the proceeds go to Riley's Hospital, and that's to me is a stamp of approval. That right there is, if you're looking for something and you want to help out and you want to be a part of something, and it affects so many. It's right here, just a little bit north, to us, and beautiful.
Yeah, and we have so many Riley families in
this
community.
We sure do.
Yeah.
Sure do. Well, Bradley, I love that. So that'll be what time on Sunday then? It'll be actually I got it right here. We'll see here. It is Sunday, June the 19th, and it's going to be from 10 to 4.
Yeah.
Good hours, 10 to 4.
Yeah, and we're cutting it off at 4 because of the fair parade.
Yeah, perfect.
So
yeah. All right.
But
wonderful.
Come by and please after that, you're going to be in town. Go to the fair parade.
Yeah, for sure. A lot of fun. All right, Bradley, and then you and I will be gearing up for the 4th of July too.
Oh yes.
Taylor Humphrey was on the other day, and we were talking about it. We're excited.
Yeah, I saw when Taylor was on, and I was like, I actually had a meeting, but I was like, I wonder if my ears are.
Oh yeah. Oh,
sure.
Definitely.
It was all good though, right?
Oh, 100%.
But you're going to be impressed with my 4th of July gear. That's all I'm going to say.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Well, I've got some stuff. I got some tricks.
Well, you always beat me on that. I mean, I'm not going to even lie about that. It's just like, even on my, hey, this is pretty awesome. Then Becky rolls in. It's like, what in the world?
I got to lay off some cupcakes, maybe.
Yeah.
Well, we've had so many birthdays. You know what I mean?
I know.
Oh, and birthday cupcakes and cake is just good.
I was like, well, I could either float on the raft or do some laps. I probably need to do some laps, but. Yeah. No. So it's just I'm just going to be patriotic. That's it.
Yes. Yeah. All right. Me too.
And 2 different socks. That's everybody's going to have to stay tuned.
I will. I love to check out the socks. Yeah. That's cool. All right. Let's thank our sponsors, Bradley.
All right. We've got Walmart, Meadowview Healthcare, Salem Crossing, Hoosier Upland, Celebrity Home Loans, LLC, Dr. Blackside Associates, Dr. Mindy Gunn, and Fox Purley Wealth Management.
Yay. Thank you to our great sponsors. Thanks, Bradley Gilbert, and thank you,
Becky White.
Walmart. I have a great day.